What's up, Keybronz? We're back with a new Pokemon Go video. Today, what do I have for you, Keybronz? Pay attention, because today I'm here to bring you information to help you prepare in the best possible way for the event we have. Yes, on Saturday. A wonderful event we have this Saturday, because we have an egg event. And you already know that eggs, and my eggs, I know you like them. So on Saturday, I'll bring them to you. I'll bring you my eggs, okay? But I have to explain to you the best way to prepare for this event and what is and isn't useful when it comes to the Pokemon that appear during this big event, okay? So let's get to it. This could turn out really great, friends. Here we have it. Here we have the Fire and Ice Hatch Day, which is the event itself. And it's an event that, honestly, is related to both Magby and Smoochum. Now I'll talk about them, alright? And about their evolutions. I'm going to explain everything you need to know, of course. But let's do a quick recap, okay? And give the best tips for the little event. You already know. Saturday, August 8th from 11 in the morning to 5 in the afternoon. Alright, wonderful. Smoochum and Magby will hatch more frequently from 2-kilometer eggs, and it will also be more likely for them to appear as shiny. They really are two Pokemon that if you don't have their shinies, this is the time. Alright, this is the day. Yes, it's the easiest way to get them since it'll be harder otherwise. Soon these won't hatch from 2-kilometer eggs or have boosted rates. Maybe these will come out of 2-kilometer eggs, but you'll get these and many more. And now, on Saturday, we're only going to have Magby and Smoochum in the eggs. And that's always a good thing. Also, it says that if you get 5-kilometer eggs, you might get Larvesta if you're lucky. 2 kilometers, you'll get them. Magby or Smoochum, 5 kilometers if there's Larvesta, most likely, with a chance of being shiny. It's a Pokemon that's, well, hard to get as a shiny. It's tough, so, well, it's not bad for us. Event bonus? Double candy when hatching eggs. This is really good for us. Even for Larvesta, because you need 400 candies to evolve it into Volcarona, half the distance to hatch eggs. This works great for us, since you can hatch eggs after just 1 kilometer, increasing the chances of getting Smoochum and Magby, and higher chances of receiving 2-kilometer eggs when spinning Pokestops. Pokemon eggs. Wonderful. We'll also have a timed research which we'll need to complete before 5 o'clock, basically, before the event ends. It will give us an incubator and experience. So with the free one, plus the one they give you, well, we can do something. If you don't want to spend money, okay? If you don't want to spend money, if you do want to spend money, then use the incubators you have. That's it. That's the recommendation I can give you. You have 2 options. One of them is to clear out your eggs. If you're not too interested in these 2 Pokemon, at 2 in the afternoon, put everything in the incubator. That way you can clear out your eggs. I have a bunch of 10-kilometer eggs, so if I start incubating them at 2, that's it. Or go with your eggs cleared out. Put them in the incubator now, for example. And when it gets to 2, have your eggs pretty much cleared out already so you can grab these. I don't know. That depends on each person, whatever they decide, whatever they want, okay? I think I'll go in with eggs that are about to hatch so I can start collecting eggs. Those are basically the ones for the event. But anyway, like I said, that's up to each person, however they want. I'll also tell you, since they give double candy when hatching eggs, it's also really good to go with eggs about to hatch, okay? Or you can close the game and with Adventure Sync, when you have just a little bit left, keep walking however much you need. And when the event is about to start, you open it, okay? That way, your eggs will hatch right when the event starts, and you'll get that double candy for hatching, okay? That can be great. Here's 2 tips for you. Either one or the other. Everyone can choose whichever they prefer. Let's talk first of all, if you agree, about Magby, okay? The first one that appears here, Magby. Magby is a Pokemon that, well, if you get a 100 from eggs, it'll be 756, okay? 756 would be 100%. It has to be said that as an attacker, it's useless. Yes, Magby. As a fire-type attacker, it's not good either. Up to 200 and something, which I think, to be a good Pokemon, I think that's actually fine. Look, this is what I'm telling you. Watch out for the Little Cup. It's ranked 83rd. But in some themed Little Cups, it might be interesting. So, well, there it is. The thing is, the ones from eggs come with good IVs. And so, well, that wouldn't be the case anymore, right? Because its combat power would be 1,496. Alright? Like that. It would seem like it's good and everything for the Great League, but no. Because you say, I max it out at level 50, and it gets 1,500 combat power, but no. It's still pretty far off. But Magby evolves. Alright? As you know, it evolves into Magmar. Here it is. I need to talk to you about him too. Why not? Alright? Magmar isn't really good for anything either, pretty much. Alright? It's a Pokemon that has a combat power of 2,706. Alright. That's how it is. Alright? That's how it is. As a fire-type attacker. If the other one is at 200, this one is at 100. It has moved up 100 places, alright? The evolution. There it is. But anyway, this one also has an evolution, of course. Alright? An evolution that uses a Sinnoh Stone, which evolves into Magmortar. Here it is. Alright? And this one is already a bit better. This one is already a bit better, of course. Alright? This one has a combat power of 3,541 if you get a 100%. And we're talking about it being the 53rd best fire-type attacker. Well. As for Go Battle League, Great, Ultra, or Master League, it's not useful. As a gym defender, not much either. There are many better fire types than it, but that's how it is. What can you do? It is what it is, and it's the Pokemon they give us in the event, but at least it's cool. And if you get the shiny, well, look, you can do it. If you don't already have it, then the evolution. Because Magmar had its community day back in the day, along with Electabuzz. So there you go. Alright? I can't really tell you much more about Magby, okay? I'm telling you. The best thing I can tell you is about the 100%, alright? If you get 756, that's the 100%. But, well, since this is random, it's good. Just let all the values come out, and that's it. There's nothing else to say about it. Let's move on to the next Pokemon in question. We're talking about Smoochum, okay? Smoochum is a Pokemon that reaches a combat power of 1,460 on its own at level 50. And I have to say that the Hundo is 736. And from an egg, 738? Well, in Great League, it would be a pretty bad one at 600 something. As a Psychic, nothing. And as an Ice-type attacker, not good either. Normal, it's a baby Pokemon, okay? It evolves. The main goal is to get the shiny. It evolves into Shinx. Shinx, to be precise, okay? Here it's already a slightly better Pokemon. Okay? It reaches a combat power of 2,888. But it's still a bit of a weak Pokemon, okay? It's the 45th best as an Ice attacker. That's the best thing about it. Ice attacker, okay? For me, when only the first generation existed, I used this Pokemon to defeat Dragonites in gyms. It was a good Pokemon. Now, with so many Ice types, things have changed. I'm not going to lie to you. Things have changed. I'm not only discussing these two, we also have another Infiltrator. This one here throws me off a bit, especially the thing about Larvesta. 5-kilometer eggs usually don't show up during events like this, but if they do, that's wild. I need to talk to you about Larvesta. Come pull this one. 1,692 CP. Pretty bad overall, except in the little cup where it would be at 51. There it is, okay? Alright. A Pokemon that really, well, you need 400 candies to evolve it. It's a Pokemon that's really hard to get, to obtain. Getting it as a shiny could be a good chance if they give out 5-kilometer eggs, since they usually don't. But that's how it is. Alright? And I'm telling you, it has an evolution. Well, the Hundo is 855 if you get it. That's the Hundo. Alright? From eggs. And it has an evolution, which is Volcarona. It evolves with 400 candies. Volcarona is a bit different because it's a Pokemon with 4,106 CP. Alright, we're talking about it being the 99th best attacker in the game. Currently. As a gym defender, it's the 100th best and it's the 6th best bug type. 6th. Okay, so with this, we can have a good chance here to get this Pokemon. And to get a good bug type. As a fire type attacker, it's ranked 26th and isn't useful in leagues. Here it is. Here it is. Keyburn Gamer, this is the event. This is the event. And this is what I can tell you. We'll see how everything goes. And how the egg thing works, whether they all turn out to be 2-kilometer eggs, or whether a lot of them turn out to be 5-kilometer eggs. If the shiny rate for Volcarona, Larvesta, is pretty boosted, then it could be cool. It could be a great chance to get this Pokemon. Smash the like button, it really helps me. Comment anything, and don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell. And good luck with your catches and your hatches, of course. Boss! Game Keyburn Gamer, dance with me.